Okay, so this is the model with the diffuse. The bump is not applied to it yet, so I will be tackling this portion here, the ladder area, and how to apply the bump map. Okay, so first of all, you need to have your diffuse, okay, your working file, your Photoshop file, and you have to make sure that you have all your layers ready. And what are those layers that you want to have? Basically, let me create this new document here, write it down for you guys. Okay, you must have your base color. Okay, you must have your base texture. And then your weathering. Now your weathering will consist of a few things. Maybe your scratches. Okay, spell wrongly, sorry. Your water stain or all your stains and stuff, oil stain. Okay, some things like your rust, etc, etc. Okay, so weathering consists of quite a lot of things. So each one of them, if you have any one of them, it'll be 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layer, etc, etc. Okay, so you need to have all of them ready, because this will help you with your bump map and your specular map. Okay, so moving on, what you see on my right side here, okay, this is my metal texture, my metal base. Okay, so I'm going to keep it, I'm not going to touch that. I'm looking for my ladder, okay, which is in the handle. Okay, I'm going to work on this area here. So usually what I do is that I will duplicate the whole folder. In this case, because I'm only working on one area, I will only duplicate this top handle folder, okay, and place it all the way to the top. So meaning to say, this AO layer, let me change the color. Okay, this layer onwards, anything that is below is all my diffuse. Anything that is above is all my bump map. So inside one Photoshop file, I will consist of diffuse map and my bump map. It's my working file anyway. Okay, I can do anything I want to do with it. If it's too heavy, then I will split it out into another file. But for now, I'll put them together. Okay, I'll create a new layer and I will paint it gray. Okay, wait, I paint white first. Okay, I explain to you why. I paint white first. White, make sure your white is 100% pure white. Once it's 100% pure white, Ctrl U, press the shortcut Ctrl U. In your likeness, minus 50%. When you put this, what happens is that your white will turn grayscale. Why you put minus 50%? Because it's in the middle of both black and white. So it's the most neutral, most balanced color. If you put this gray into your bump map, into your Maya, right, it will be the one in the middle. Anything darker will bump in, anything whiter will bump above it already. Okay, so use it as a base color. Then you will be able to see your texture, the one that I just duplicated just now. Okay, I'm going to rename this as bump, not to confuse myself. And in the layer itself, these are all the textures that I have. Some of them are quite useless, to be honest. Not necessary for bump map to have one, which is why now I need to go in, filter it, think carefully, do I need it or not, then I take it out. Okay, some of the thought process. The blending layer as well might need to change. Okay, I'm going to turn off all the layers. Okay, and then we go through them one at a time. Very quick one. The first one, okay, I'm going to change back to normal. Okay, this above at the top, I don't need that. I'm not going to see it. I'm going to delete it for now. Okay, this is my texture. These are my weathering, my scratches, where the leather have been tear away or worn off. Okay, so I'm going to make use of it, but I don't want it. I cannot use black and white. I mean, I cannot use color, so I got to desaturate it. Shift Control U is a shortcut to desaturate, and then I'm going to darken it. Control U to turn on your hue and saturation. Decrease the lightness. Okay. Now you will see that I have two different kind of gray. One that is lighter because the opacity is lower. The other one is darker. So what's going to happen is that in your bump map, just visualize this in Maya. Okay. What happens is that you will have one area where the bump is just a little bit, and then later on, as it goes down deeper, right, the bump will be even deeper. So your bump is not like the same thickness all the way one. Okay, you have a bit of different random consistency of thickness. Okay, moving on. This one I cannot see, I did it first. Okay, we focus only on this area first. The rest I don't care first. This one cannot see, don't want. This one also I cannot see, I don't want. Don't waste time, delete. Okay, delete. Cannot see, delete. Okay, this is my actual texture. This is my leather. So obviously I cannot use color, so same thing. Shift Control U, desaturate it. Now this one here will be tricky really, because there's so many information here. I do not know how this will look like in my Maya, but for me I know it's too much lah. Okay, so if you do not know whether this one works for you or not, it's time for you to save as the Taga file. Make sure you name it as bump, nothing else. Make sure it's bump. Save it. 24 pixel. Okay, go back to your Maya and load it into your bump mapping. Okay, click on the checker box, file, click on your bump value, and look for your bump map. .3. Okay, so what happens is that you can see it's very rough. Our leather not so rough. It's not crocodile skin. Okay, so maybe you need to reduce the color. Okay, so over here, one of the areas that is too strong is actually the gray, the skin surface, or the gray surface here. I want to keep the cracks, the wrinkles, the lines, but I want these areas, the surface, to be white. So I'm going to make use of level, okay, which will have this graph or this mountain or hill. And usually what I do is I will try to put this center line, this center point, right, at the center of the mountain. Okay, and try to bring it closer to one another. When you do that, you realize that your lines will be more obvious. If the center point, if you bring it to the darker area, it will be lightened up. If you bring it closer to the white, it will darken it. Okay, think of it as the ratio. This area here, more black. This area, more white, less white. Okay, so I need to be more white, less black. I want the details. Press OK. Save it. Taga. Bump map. Reload. Still looks very strong to me, so I'm going to reduce some more. Control U. Okay, reduce the lightness. Save it again. Reload. Slightly better, but still a bit too much for me. And then last one more time. Level, reduce the black. Oh wait, I can play with opacity also. Save it. Taga. Okay, so bump mapping, just like your diffuse, there's a lot of going back and forth. You need to check. You cannot just assume that your bump map is fantastic, then you don't care already. You need to go back and forth and check that your bump map is working correctly. Okay, moving on, the next one. Okay, I'm going to turn it back to normal, 100%. So these are some minor scratches, same thing here. Okay, this is my blocking, which I don't need anymore, can delete. This is my AO, which I also don't need, can delete. Cannot see, delete. This one is my texture, don't need, delete, delete. Okay, so you see here your bump map after looking through your diffuse, actually you only need this amount only. Okay, so this is the latest one, which is so dark. I'm going to test render as well. Okay, so that is for your bump map. Water stain and oil stain, this kind of stuff, don't need to have the bump map, but we will add them into your specular map, which will be in the next video.